Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 Conclave as Scotland. In our last episode we, as was inevitable, lost our war against the Aztec Empire, but we didn't lose actually that much land to them. I think we got off pretty easily. They took all of our land in Andalusia, which they were going to get with their victory no matter what, but they only sieged two counties outside of that, so they only took those two from us. So it could have been a lot worse there, I think, and now they won't be attacking us again for another 10 years, or, well, less than 10 years at this point, but in total. We are also trying to revoke our domain county back from the claimant, whose claim we pressed on Sicily, but we run into a bit of a complication, which is that the Byzantines have declared a de jure war over Sicily, while he is rebelling against us. Let me just check. I wonder if this is actually for the entire duchy. Can they do that? No, it's actually only over a single county. So even if they do end up winning this war before we can end ours, it's not the end of the world. We'll have one less county in Sicily, but we'll still retain the rest of it. Such a wonderful bouquet, the complex blend of flavors spreads over my tongue just as the warmth spreads in my belly. These monks certainly know how to make a fine wine. Well, we probably don't want to be a drunkard, but we do have the opportunity to maybe become temperate instead. Which we didn't, but that's okay. Alright, so some reinforcing armies have arrived here. Our retinue is fairly safe up here. So we'll land our additional 9,000. And we had a daughter, Marthok. Sounds like a galactic emperor. Okay, so we just finished a siege up here as well. One more holding to take there and we'll start getting ticking war score. Actually, that was worth about 10% by itself, so hopefully the last holding will be worth about the same. Taking attrition down here, which is pretty bad. We're probably out of supplies. Yeah. Now let's head down here quickly. Been spending more time with my wife Valence lately. Probably Valence if she's French. And though of course we did not marry for love, I can tell it is growing between us. Ah, marital bliss. Uh-oh, she is mnemonic though. Oh, she's also gay. Well, the marital bliss. Probably more of a convenience arrangement then, I'd have to imagine, but that's okay. So you're already spy master. We'll appoint our King of Jerusalem, I suppose, as a commander. Alright, so we should have an easy enough battle here with twice his numbers. Up here, he is able to successfully siege things there, but we might finish our siege first and be able to chase him out. I think it's important that we fight these armies before they land any more troops over here. Even though we obviously don't get war score for this. We could assault this holding though, which we will get war score for. And also for sieging this holding, of course. Do see another Byzantine fleet. Alright, we have the whole target county sieged up here. That's going to be some ticking war score starting in our favor, and we can head down here and probably fight his army. Is this all the troops that they landed? If so, that's pretty good for us. Alright, are we catching him? We are. So this should be a victory as well, though I guess if I had taken the time to inspect the terrain, maybe we could have gone in a different way and at least avoided the river. The famous herald, well versed in the diplomatic protocol, has arrived at our court. No, I think we'll say no. We already took one herald in, I think, so we don't need more of them. Okay, this is a change in the crown laws in Jerusalem, I think. Somebody's calling in favors. But that battle's actually put us up to 100% so we can enforce our demands. Get back our rightful domain county. And end the Byzantines' war against our vassal, since he's no longer independent. Liege changes indeed. So we're going to be having to reinforce our retinue for a while here, which is probably going to be quite expensive. We're only losing 5 a month, that's not so bad. And kind of surprisingly, the Aztecs still haven't gone to war again. Would have thought they would be more aggressive. Yes, I'll happily take a tithe. I guess we can build some holding upgrades or something. Or maybe we should just keep all of our money and go all out on hiring mercenaries for the next inevitable war against the Aztecs. I think we can afford some upgrades. We'll just keep it to the cheaper ones, sort of under 200 gold kind of thing. Where there is such an upgrade available, I think we'll not bother with the shipyards though. May as well do the fortifications, that's pretty cheap. And I guess we'll just splash out a little bit on a Shiltron training ground. Still have over 3,000, so we're just fine for money, I think. So still no Crusade forthcoming. I wonder if it's 40 years. Not 25 or 30 or whatever it was that I thought it was. I guess we'll find out eventually. I suppose there's no point planning around it if I'm not even sure if I have the correct time limit, so we might just want to maybe declare war on England or something. How are you doing these days? He's got about 15,000 troops to his name. We have more, but not by a huge margin. He has no pacts, though. We, of course, don't have any pacts either, but we could probably try to get some. How's Sicily doing? They're at peace. They're not at peace. Alright, they're in the Sunni Jihad for Pisa, which, incidentally, is being won by Pisa, currently. Actually, I think it's not for Pisa, it's for Africa, if I remember. Yeah, okay. I guess we could potentially join this. This might actually be why the Pope hasn't called a crusade, because he's busy with this right now. And there's a new anti-pope. I wonder if it's really worth doing this. Not sure what we really get out of it. Just some prestige, probably. I think we'll stay out of it. And maybe try to go to war against England. We do, of course, have our de jure claim on Norfolk that we can press, but it kind of seems like it's not really worth it for a single county. If we took a larger duchy from them right now, we could make our future wars against them pretty trivial, I think. So maybe we'll look for claimant to Lancaster or something. Unfortunately, I don't think we could grant her land to press her claim. Same deal there. Exclusively female claimants, it seems, to every duchy. Well, maybe we have... Can we grant land to a celibate character? I think we might not be able to, actually. So maybe we will just declare for the single county, given the lack of other options. I guess every little bit helps. Maybe we'll go for a quick alliance with Sicily, though they probably wouldn't help us because of the whole jihad. We could try Norway, maybe. In fact, we already apparently have enough connections to negotiate a non-aggression pact, so we don't even need to arrange an alliance. We're allied with them previously. They do have a Lollard uprising over there, though, it seems. Well, let's get an alliance with them. And before we declare, we should probably bring our retinue back home, since we're going to want to make use of them. So they're going to have a tough time with this Lollard uprising, actually, since it's on an island here. And they're probably not that much stronger than 5,000 themselves, so even if they have their whole levy, they are going to, at best, have to attack them across a strait. But I think the amphibious landing penalty is basically the same. Alright, our truce with England was still in effect, but it is expiring very soon, so we would have had to wait a bit anyway. That's fine. But I think if they lose to the Lollard uprising, the duchy maybe goes independent under a Lollard ruler, which actually would be really good for us, because then we could take it back. But I guess we'll just concentrate on our war with England for now. I guess we can see what other claimants we have. We actually have a claimant to the entire kingdom. How is he our vassal? Oh, he's in Kent. Well, I think since he's a bishop, we'd end up with a kingdom-level theocracy under us if we pressed his claim, which I think is a terrible idea, because he'll permanently have a wrong government type opinion modifier against us, and he'll have the whole Kingdom of England. So having a whole angry King of England against us seems terrible. We do have other claimants to the duchies, though. So we could just grant some land to one of these people, probably. He is the former husband of this Duchess, but he's in our land. Oh, he's in Surrey, okay. So we could grant him a Thal and press his claim on Lancaster. Then we have to revoke the county again. Seems okay with me. Council is in favour. claim Lancaster on behalf of our now landed vassal. The council again is fully in favour. We have Norway on our side. Let's do it. Alright, we'll disband this, and you and you and you and you, I think. We'll get onto boats. And we also have our levy down here, of course. And also in Sicily, though that's only 800, so I think we'll leave them where they are. Same deal with Jerusalem, I guess, if we've raised anything here, which it seems we have not. Judging by the glowing outline here, it looks like we might only be getting 2 counties. But I guess we'll have de jure claims on the other ones in future. You're now known as the Just. Okay, good for us. And King Patrick, who has been infirm for a while, has passed away, bedridden and infirm. So our new King of Ireland, King Douglas, and unfortunately it looks like he's not going to be a good steward. We could appoint our Duke of Sicily as steward. He's actually relatively good at it. Yeah, I guess we'll do that. Have him collect taxes for us. See if we can see any Norwegian armies. There's one up here and in Iceland. Alright, King Douglas is happier with us. How happy was he previously? Not very, so should probably leave our Chancellor where he is. Alright, it seems like England has all of his army together down here. We already have him outnumbered, so I don't think we really need to wait for our army from Portugal already did arrive. Okay, but we don't need to wait for our allies, I suppose. Looks like he maybe raised some mercenaries down here or something. And let's see, I think we're going to be over some supply limits in here, unfortunately. Let's see, we can go here, here, march down the coast of Wales, maybe? Yep. You can just about make it in here and attack them in Wessex. Okay. Kind of a circuitous route, but let's do it. In fact, winter might be over. We'd have some higher supply limits by the time we get down here, maybe, but yeah, it's fine. Let's see, it looks like Norway is not really inclined to actually help us. They're probably confused about this Lollard revolt. Don't really know what to do about it. Oh, we are over the supply limit here, unfortunately. Let's get out quickly. Slightly over there. Considerably over here. Let's go this way instead. Wessex's plains. No river crossing from Dorset, so no terrain disadvantages. Haven't lost any troops to attrition yet. Hopefully don't before we get there. Don't think we did. So we have a pretty large numbers advantage here. They have no leader on the right, but they have an incredible leader from the Tarantian band in the center. Also a lunatic. Let's see how this goes. Ooh, looking much closer than I would like here. Okay, we had a genius child born to our nephew and heir, and a non-genius twin. Okay, looks like we are going to win this, probably. Ooh, lost the left. We should break the right, though. We did. Nah, we've got this one, I think. Please? Yeah. Very close, though. Alright, 45% from that battle alone. And we should outnumber him much more substantially in any future battles, so I think we'll follow and fight at least one more. He's probably headed up towards the Wargull anyway, which is where we want to be. More upgrades finishing. Let's just get our fleet disbanded, and we have a dangerous faction. Elective succession. Our kings of Wales and Ireland and our vassal Duchess of Lothian. Well, she's pretty old and stressed. She's probably gonna die soon. It's mostly about the raised levies. We can certainly send her a gift. And some swans. See if that gets her off our back. Alright, well, we're just about out of time for this episode, so we'll leave it here. We will hopefully be able to finish our war with England pretty quickly in the next one. So thanks for watching, and join me again then.